morning, Too Cool Stamping friends. This is Angie here with you, Too Cool Stamping, and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm here with you live to share lots of things with you today. We have some fun announcements to make, and also a couple projects. We do 2 cool projects every week, and I cannot wait to share this week's project with you. I've had so much fun making it. So we'll wait for just a few minutes while everyone finds our video and logs on. Hello, Emily. Hi, Deb. Good to see you this morning. So while we're waiting, just a reminder, I don't know, last week we talked about the storage by Stampin' Up, and the open storage cube is already, the initial quantity has been depleted, the inventory. It doesn't mean we're not going to get it again. It just means we need to wait a little while. They brought in a whole bunch, but it is selling like crazy, as I knew that it would. And this one item, just with the open storage cube, is sold out for now, and it should be coming back in July. So this is just a good time to remind you that if you want to, if you're in the middle of doing spring cleaning, maybe organizing your craft room, you might want to get that storage by Stampin' Up on order right away, because I'm sure those other configurations are going to sell out. The ink pad storage with the markers on the side, and also the Stampin' Blends marker storage. And don't forget the lids and the storage toppers to go on those. We did a whole Facebook Live about that last week, so you can see that if you want a little more detail, or you can go to my toocoolstamping.com blog and I have more information there. But I would get those, if you want to be playing with it right away and start organizing your craft room right away, I would get those orders in as soon as you can, because I know that that inventory is going to be depleted. And yes, it's carrying over, but you'll have to wait until summertime. So get that on order as soon as you can. And then we also, let's see, what else do we have going on? I want to give a shout out to all of my stamping friends that are attending on stage, whether it's in Auckland or whether it's anywhere around the United States in any of the on-stage locals. I totally am jealous, because you're getting the catalog in your hands right now, and I know you're having a lot of fun, but I was not able to go this year. That's okay. I get to live vicariously through all of the different lives that I'm seeing and all of the posts that I'm seeing on Facebook, so that's exciting. I'm sure that everyone's going to be seeing different sneak peeks, so if you don't want to see spoilers, then don't go on Facebook this weekend, because you're going to see all kinds of fun stuff. Anyway, so I want to say hi to them, and let's see, excuse me. I wanted to also, let me talk about our giveaway. Every week we do a little giveaway for everyone who shares the video on their own feed and then comes back and says the word shared. Then you will be entered to win our giveaway. This week it's going to be the Gingham Gala Sequins, adhesive back sequins. We're going to use that on our projects today, and I love those. They are currently on back order, but they're supposed to be back in on the 15th, so not too long to wait on that. And I have one for some lucky winner that I'll send out on Monday. And you can share the video to enter to win that prize giveaway up until Friday at noon, and then I will draw a winner and announce it on our page too sometime on Friday. Okay, other things happening. So as you're logging on, if you could just say hi, let me know that you're here, that would be great. If you're watching the replay, I'd also like to know that. So just type in the word replay, and that way I can tell who's here live and who is commenting, because they are watching it a little bit later. That helps me out. We have a few announcements this week that Stampin' Up shared with us, kind of as a people were going to find out when they went to on stage some of the new things that are happening in the catalog. So they wanted to give a couple of announcements preceding that to let us know what was happening. And so I wanted to let you know what was coming up, and it's going to be something that's going to affect everybody who uses Stampin' Up products, I believe. So the first one is the Stampin' Trimmer. Do you have the Stampin' Trimmer? I was going to bring it with me. You know what it looks like. I like to have a visual, like Vanna. Anyway, the Stampin' Trimmer is actually going to be discontinued, and I know that makes a lot of people really, really sad, but the main reason is Stampin' Up said that they are just having ongoing issues with not only the quality of the blades, but also just some other issues with their manufacturer. So I know that the thing I love about Stampin' Up! Is they're all about quality. And when things aren't up to what they want them to be, then they pull them. And I know that's a hard decision for them to make, but sometimes you have to make that decision. And they are in the process of getting another trimmer ready for us, but the timing did not work out for this particular catalog coming up. So we will not have a Stampin' trimmer in this current catalog, or in the upcoming catalog that's coming out in June. Now you can still purchase the Stampin' trimmer as they are still available while supplies last. You can purchase that right now. There's also, I'm a little confused about the blade situation because they said that there's going to be a larger inventory they brought in just so that people can stock up on some blades, so that will carry them through until they get the new Stampin' trimmer, which they don't have a timing on that yet, but they will let us know as soon as that is available, obviously. But they were going to have some additional inventory available for us to purchase, and the minimum quantity had been 3 per order, or maximum I should say. You could only order 3 per order, but they were going to raise that to 6 per order. So you could order in 6 per order. I just looked on the inventory status report and I see that they are currently on the sold out list, the discontinued list. And I don't know if that is just this current inventory or whether that is for good. So I'm going to have to find out that information. I hope that they are still going to have some inventory because they talked like they were still going to have intermittent shipments of blades available until about September. So I'll keep you as up to date as I know, but just know if you currently have the Stampin' Up! Stampin' trimmer, then hopefully we can get some blades back in and you guys can get stocked up to carry you through until the new trimmer comes sometime in the future. So I will keep you up to date on that and keep an ear out for that, and we'll just have to play it by ear. So that is one big announcement. And then another big announcement that's going to blow your mind. And you might have already seen it online already because I know a lot of demonstrators are already talking about it. But Stampin' Up! Is changing their die cutting and embossing product line. And what this means for us is they're no longer going to be carrying Sizzix products. It doesn't mean we're not going to have dies or embossing folders. It just means they're going to be changed. And the reasoning behind that is basically Stampin' Up! Has been working with Sizzix. The company that makes Sizzix is Ellison, and they work with their manufacturer. And so whenever Stampin' Up! Wants a new framelit or a new thinlit or a new embossing folder that coordinates with their products, they have to go through Ellison, and Ellison works with their manufacturer. So Stampin' Up! Has wanted to have a little more control over what they can make and the timing of how things are made, and just some more flexibility there. And so now they are pretty much cutting out the middleman and going direct to the manufacturer. So that's going to be some changes for us. And it's going to be a little bit different for this catalog because they're actually not going to have a Big Shot or any kind of die cutting machine in this current, or in the upcoming catalog. I keep saying current, but it's the one coming out in June. And so that's going to be kind of strange to not have that in the catalog. But not to worry, if you already have a die cutting system, there's still going to be dies available. We're still going to have dies carried over from the current catalog into the new catalog. And same with embossing folders. We'll have some carryover, we'll have some new. And the new ones are going to be, they're going to be a little bit different style. Obviously, Stampin' Up! Has to create something a little bit different when they are working with their own manufacturer to avoid any kind of patent problems there. So they are going to be a little bit different, and we'll talk a little bit more about the differences later on. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. Don't freak out. We're not going to have a Big Shot available. If you have one already, you'll still be able to use it with the dies that are available. If you don't have a die cutting system that you have right now, you can purchase it now before the end of the catalog, which happens June 3rd, I believe. While supplies last, they're going to have Big Shots available. I don't know what the inventory status is of that, but you might be able to get some that way. Or you can go to your local craft store. Many, many outlets carry the Sizzix Big Shot. The thing that I really love, and I'll talk more about this as we get closer to it, but I just wanted to give you a heads up that this was happening. because I know you're going to see it everywhere, all over the internet. So the thing I love about this whole idea of them switching to their own dyes is because that means they are growing and they're innovating, and they're going to be able to do much more as far as coordination with their stamp sets. They're going to have a lot more control, a lot more flexibility. Hopefully it will affect their backorder situation a little bit more. We'll just have to see how it all plays out, but I think it's going to give them a lot more. It's just really going to give their company a boost and lay a foundation for other things to come. There might be things that they'll be able to manufacture that we don't even know what they are yet. So it kind of opens the door for them to really get creative, and it's very exciting news. I know it's going to be a little bit of a weird thing, this first catalog, and having a little bit of a switch over between the old dyes and the new dyes, and they will be a little bit different, as I mentioned. But after we get past this little transition time, I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity for Stampin' Up. So I've talked to several demonstrators and some of my team members who might be a little bit concerned about this, and what I tell them is, you know, back in the day, you know, Stampin' Up's been around for 30 years. Back in the day, they used to buy stamp sets from other companies and sell those in their catalog. And then at one time they made a switch and started making their own stamps. And that's when they really could go crazy and make what they want and make everything coordinate so well together with papers and, you know, embellishments and everything like that. So I think it's going to be a great move for Stampin' Up and really going to put some energy in their die cutting and embossing line. So I am looking forward to all the changes. I cannot wait to see the new catalog. I wish I was there on stage right now, flipping through the pages and seeing what's there, but I will have to wait along with all of us who are not attending. So anyway, wanted to get that out there and let you know about that. There'll be some other announcements coming up, I'm sure, with this on stage, and I will keep you up to date with all of those. Just kind of get, you know, keep up to date with the toocoolstamping.com page, and I will let you know about things as they come. Okay, another quick thing I wanted to mention before I go on to our project is just a little advertisement for my butterfly Gala sampler. If you are already missing the Botanical Butterflies Designer Series paper, this is your chance to get your hands on it again and make a very cute spring sampler with all these cute little butterfly squares. And we're using not only the Botanical Butterflies paper, but also the Butterfly Duet Punch and the Butterfly Gala stamp set. So you can purchase the stamp set along with the kit if you want, or just purchase all of the supplies to make this insert. And obviously I'm not selling the frame with it because this is a class to go kit, and there's no way I'm going to try to ship a frame with glass. You guys can buy that at your local Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. I'm not sure. I know a lot of times we get them at Michael's, and a lot of times they have sales and they're not very expensive. So that is what I would suggest for this frame. But we will, and my kit does not include the 12 by 12 backing piece, simply because I would have to add so much additional shipping just because of the size. It does not make it a cost-effective value. But you will get all of the little pieces for the squares. Just add in your own sentiments, and you'll get the little wooden butterfly pieces from the butterfly elements, all of the organdy ribbon, that all of those things were selling out before the end of Celebration, and I had some extra, so I thought I'll just put this kit out there and see if anybody wants it. So, such a really cute spring project. The deadline for that is to sign up is Sunday, I believe, the 14th. So let me know. I have a link at toocoolstamping.com. Just go to that page right now. It has all the details for the Class to Go kit. If you are here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, we're also doing a local class, and that's on May 9th. And so the registration for that will be ongoing as we get closer to May 9th. So you can still come and make that, and you will get the 12 by 12 backing sheet for that, but not the frame. The frame is not included in any of the class, whether it's local or the class kit. Okay, so find out more information on toocoolstamping.com. And I think that is all of the announcements that I wanted to share with you this morning before we got started. Just lots of stuff going on. I love this time of year when we are getting a retired list. I don't know if I mentioned our retired list comes out Monday, so look for that at toocoolstamping.com. That'll be all of the stuff that's leaving, and it'll only be available while supplies last. We already know the in colors that are going. Our designer series paper is usually all gone. They get rid of all of that and put in all new papers, so you can count on those to be on the retired list. And then a lot of times there's some discounted pricing on some of the things that are retiring as well. So look for that on Monday. And if you're a demonstrator, you also get a sneak peek of the catalog online as a PDF. So if you're not a demonstrator, you can always sign up to be one of my team members. And again, you can just go to toocoolstamping.com and click on Join My Team, and you can see what that's all about. Or just email me and I can talk to you about that too. Okay, let's talk about the fun project that we're doing today. I was so excited. We had our team meeting this past week, and it's actually called Stamp and Share Event. It's not really a meeting, it's a fun event. And we did some swaps, and so I created the card that we're doing today as a team swap, and I just was having so much fun making it. I thought, oh, this has got to be a Facebook Live for me. So I want to share that with you today, and I'm just going to start working on it, and you can watch how it comes together, and we'll just go from there. Aw, Sandy, hi, beautiful. That's so lovely. You're awesome. Thank you, Sandy. Let's see who else is on here. Emmeline, Lisa, another Lisa, Kathy. Very cool. Emily and Deb, thank you so much for joining me live this morning. Okay, I'm going to flip you around, so hang on, and we'll get another view here. And I also want to turn my lights on so we can see what's happening. Wake up the workspace. Okay. So today, let's see. We're just going to start working on something. You can watch it come together. All right, we're going to start out with Gorgeous Grape as my card base, and I'm just going to fold that in half. I've already pre-scored. Do you guys score your cardstock before you fold it? I'm curious how many people score and how many people just fold it without scoring. I like to score it first because it really makes a nice crisp edge and it doesn't tear the edge, so I love that. So we'll start with Gorgeous Grape. That'll be our card base. Next, I've already die cut a rectangle stitched framelit shape from Whisper White, and that is using these beautiful rectangle dies. I love these dies. I'm going to hope that this is one that they are definitely going to be carrying over into the new catalog because it is a phenomenal set of dies. You can get those, let me give you a number real quick because these are awesome. In our Occasions catalog right now, the rectangle stitched framelits dies, if you just get them by themselves, 148551, and you can also get them in a bundle with the Amazing Life stamp set, and that bundle is 150624. And just to, if you remember, we did a rectangle stitched framelits project with that Amazing Life not too long ago, so that was the card that we used for that. So I absolutely love that. That's going to definitely be something I really hope carries over. So we have our Whisper White here, and let's see, we're going to use our Beauty Abounds stamp set. I love the stamp set, and I have to tell you, I love butterflies, and we've had a lot of butterflies this season that we've been using, but I had so much fun with this card because of these awesome dots. These bokeh dots are so much fun to play with, and you'll see what I mean in a minute. So we're going to use Beauty Abounds, and let me set that over here so it doesn't have a glare. And we're going to start out with that larger bokeh dot pattern and some Highland Heather. Actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's wait on that. We're going to start out with this beautiful floral flourish. We're going to start with that first. And some gray granite. And so I'm just going to ink that up. And I don't want it at full strength. I just want, excuse me, I keep losing my voice. I don't want it at full strength. I want to just have an essence of that in the background. So I'm going to stamp off, and then I'm also going to make this go to the other corner. So we have a little bit of overlap in the middle. That's okay. We're going to cover that up. So that's what the first part of the background looks like. And then we're going to go with the Highland Heather and the larger bokeh dots. And we're just going to stamp that here and there. So we'll put one here, and we're going to go right over the top of that beautiful flourish and kind of off to the side a little bit. So I think we'll stop there. Then we're going to use that same bokeh dot, and we'll clean it up with a little chamois. So I'm just going to squeegee that on there. And this time we're going to use some Balmy Blue. And I'm just going to add some of those. Just kind of mix it up which way they go. Are you liking that so far? Can you see it? I don't even know if you can see it very well. It's kind of light. So that's what we have so far with the bokeh dots. And then there's a smaller bokeh dot. It's like polka dot, only it's bokeh dot. We're gonna add some mint macaron. And we'll just kind of fill in some of the spaces. And I don't care if I overlap some of the dots with the different colors. I just want to add some random color of the mint. Okay. Isn't that pretty? What a fun background. Okay. I don't know why I keep losing my voice. All right. Now we're going to use the Big Shot, and we're going to cut out the middle of that. So bring my Big Shot over here, and we're going to use that another, let's see, not rectangle stitch. We're going to use the Stitched Shapes Framelits. And we're going to take these two rectangles, and we're going to have fun with those. So we'll do the bigger one first. And when you're using something that's a square or a rectangle, a lot of times it's good to go in kind of with the point going first instead of the straight line going first, because as you're cranking it through, it's going to have to jump up over that, and it kind of makes a big clunky sound. And if you go in with the point first, it's a lot smoother as you roll it through. So I'm going to look at this. I don't want it to go off the edge too much though, because I don't want it to get crinkled up. So I'll line that up, put my plate over the top, and I'm sure that you guys are going to jiggle a little bit, so hold on. It's a bumpy ride sometimes. So this is, we did all that beautiful work, and then we cut it all out. So we have this cute little piece, but we're not going to use that right now. We're going to set that aside. All right, so that's all the Big Shot work we'll do for now. Now we'll bring back our gorgeous grape. Isn't that beautiful so far? And I'm going to add a background behind that frame. I was wondering whether I was going to use mint macaron or balmy blue. I think I'm going to go with balmy blue. Whoops. I think I like that look the best. So I'm just going to add that to the background with a little bit of snail. And all right, I love how that's looking. So I'm going to pop that up with a whole bunch of dimensionals. So I don't want any sagging of that frame. Okay. Ton of dimensionals. I love popping things up. If you guys haven't noticed that, someone asked me at our event on Monday, Angie, did you pop that up on that make and take card? If you're asking, someone said, if you're asking, that means she did. I thought that was funny. Because I just really like to pop things up, and I really like the look of recessed windows, which is what this card is all about. Let's see how many I have left here. All right, I think we're good. They're all sticky. All right, and we'll put that right over the top. Ooh, that's so pretty. I love purple and blues and greens, my favorites. So that's what we have so far. And then we're going to put a focal point on the inside of that. So I've already cut out another one of our stitch shapes framelits. So it's the one that's a little bit smaller than the one that we used for the window. So I've cut that out of Whisper White. And I'm just going to put one of the Beauty Abounds sentiments on there, and we'll do that in gray granite. Our friendship isn't one big thing, is what it says. And we'll put that right there. And then we're going to pop that up too. So we'll add our dimensionals to the back and put that in the center. Do you guys love dimensionals as much as I do? I don't know if anyone could love them as much as I do. Okay. If you have trouble getting the backing off, if you stick your fingernail right in the center, it kind of pops the edge up there, and it allows you to pull it off a little better. So here is the middle, and that way we have a little recessed frame around that focal point, which I thought was interesting because when we did this other card, we used the rectangle stitched and we popped that up, so it's popped up on the frame. But this one, very similar, but it's recessed. I love that. We're not quite done. We're going to go ahead and put a little accent. There's a little tiny butterfly in here in the Beauty Abounds stamp set. We're going to stamp that in mint macaron. And just on some scrap Whisper White. And then we're going to use, I love this technique. I've been going crazy with this technique of using the Wink of Stella right after you stamp it. It pulls just a little bit of the color into the center as you color the whole thing in with Wink of Stella. So that's our butterfly. You can see that shimmer. And then we're going to die cut that. There's a die in the beautiful, it's called the Butterfly Beauty Thinlits. And there's this little tiny die here that matches that image. I've already done that because I didn't want to continue to shake, give you the big shot earthquake. So I have one of those ready to go already cut out. I'm just going to stamp, or I'm going to attach that with a glue dot. So we'll just stick that, maybe bend the wings up a little bit and add him right there. Oh, he's so cute. Cute. And we're not quite done. One more thing, you have to add some bling. We always have to add a little bling. So I'm going to use some of the, let me see, there's a couple options here. These are the basic adhesive back sequins, and they're the sea foam, but they kind of still match the mint macaron. We also have from the Gingham Gala sequins, adhesive back sequins that I'm giving away if you share this video today. There's two different versions. The ones that are kind of iridescent, they kind of have a purpley and a balmy blue look to them. Those are kind of pretty. And then we also have the gorgeous grape that comes in there too. So that would be cute. That's a little bit dark maybe. I'm thinking I'm going to try some of these, and I think I'm going to do, I haven't used these little flowers very much, so I'm going to add some of these flowers. So it kind of picks up the blue, kind of has a little bit of pink, has a little greenish, some of them have a little purple in them. I don't know. Just kind of liking those. So there we go. What do you think? Did I pick the right color? I think they look pretty cool. So this is the outside of the card. You definitely want to finish the inside of the card because this sentiment isn't finished. Our friendship isn't one big thing. You got to finish that off. So we're going to finish it with the other part of the sentiment that says, "It's a million little things." So we'll add that in the center. And maybe we can just add another little butterfly there. Or you could add some of the polka dots. And we'll just add that with some snail. Whoops, that was a close one. Could have had a sticky piece all over the front of my card. I would have been so sad. There you go. How cute is that? So that is one version. I have already made a couple of other versions here. The one I did for my swap with my team was this one with the soft seafoam backing. The frame, behind the frame is Flirty Flamingo, and then the butterfly is the Mango Melody. And so those are all the different colors of bokeh dots that I used. And I did go ahead and use those soft seafoam adhesive backed sequins on there. But everything else is exactly the same. On the inside, I did the bokeh dots in all the 3 different colors. So that's really pretty. I just love that look. Do you guys like those? They're like little bubbles floating. And then I did another one in the blueberry bushel for the background, coastal cabana for the frame, and then the lemon lime twist, one of our retiring colors. I am trying to use it like crazy for these last 2 months because I love it so much. But I really love it with these, with the coastal cabana and the blueberry bushel. It looks so, so pretty. So that's what I used the lemon lime twist little flowers that come in the Gingham Gala. And then again, use the bokeh dots for the inside. So, so pretty. I love it so much. Okay, so that is the first project that we're doing. And then I have a quick coordinating project because I couldn't just throw all of these little pieces away when I was doing the swaps. These are all the middle pieces and they're so cute. And I thought, okay, so we got to do something with that. We have this one that we just cut out. We've got to do something with that. That just can't go in the garbage. So I made a little coordinating card. And I'm going to show you how to make that real quick. So I'm going to use this one that I made with that blueberry bushel. I cut out with another one of the rectangle stitched framelits. That's this littlest one here. I love it. So I cut that out of the center. And then I just have a little note card size. So it's at 6 by 3 and then just fold in half. We'll put a background on that, just like we did with the larger card. I'm going to add the lemon lime twist as the background this time. And I'm going to put that over here. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I'm going to hit the right area so we don't have any blue coming through. Look at that. Doesn't matter what it looks like on the inside or underneath, does it? We just want to make sure that it's covered. Okay, then we're going to pop that up with our dimensionals. And this has some really skinny little areas here. So I'm going to actually use some of the edge of the dimensionals. Do you guys ever do this, or do you throw the edge away? You can use this if you just snip little pieces. And these are perfect for little edges like this. Even the mini dimensionals are a little too big for something like that. And I do like the foam strips that we have, but I have found that they are just a little bit different as far as height. So if you mix dimensionals and foam strips, you have a little bit difference in height. So part of it's popped up a little bit more than other parts. Okay, I can just use regular dimensionals on the rest here. Okay. So again, we're making that recessed frame. Little tiny bits. They're wanting to come off along with the paper. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to add that onto the top. Again, we have that popped up edge. And then we'll fill the middle with another little piece here. This time we're going to use another one of the sentiments from the Beauty Abounds set. So how about hello? That's a small little note card feel to it. And we're going to use the gray granite again for the sentiment. And just stamp that on there. Get a few more of those dimensionals. This episode is brought to you by Stampin' Up! Dimensionals. And you know I'm going to have those backing papers all over my entire studio because I'm just flipping them like I normally do. Okay, here's a mini version. Isn't that cute? How adorable is that? Gotta finish it up with a little butterfly. I've already stamped and shimmered up with Wink of Stella and cut it out. This is with Coastal Cabana, and I'll add that with a little glue dot. I'm gonna add him right here. And also, we should add a few sequins like we did on the other ones. I'm going to add some of those same flowers. I like those. So we'll add one up here, one down here, and one right here. What do you think? Cute little note card that you can put in a 3x3 envelope. And then I made another one, since I had all of those ones in the other color that I made for the swaps. I made another one using another one of the sentiments from Beauty Abounds. They have lots of different kinds of sentiments. So there's a thank you, or thanks in there. So, and a mango melody little butterfly and some more of the seafoam sequins. And on the inside, I'm just stamped a little butterfly ready to go for a little 3x3 thank you card. Isn't that awesome? So now you can have your matching card to go with it. Super cute, super fun. What do you guys think? I love it. I love it. Okay, so those are our projects today. I hope you really enjoyed them. I really had fun creating those, and I know that you're going to have so much fun with that whole recessed frame technique. Again, this is the Beauty Abounds stamp set that we're featuring. We also featured the Gingham Gala sequins and the rectangle stitched framelits. I'll have all of the item numbers listed a little bit later on the Facebook Live description, so you can find them there. And don't forget, when you order from me at toocoolstamping.com, you can just click the Shop Now button, and when you place a $50 order from me in April and you use the host code N4DTRBY3, then I will send you 15 project sheets, and that includes 7 Needlepoint Nook project sheets and 8 of the Gingham Gala project sheets with all of the beautiful butterflies. So be sure to use that host code. You can put that in on the shopping cart page, and you just need to have a minimum $50 order when you do so. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the projects today. If you ever have any questions, you know that you can always just ask them at the bottom of this post, or you can message me on Facebook as well. And I am here every Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time doing 2 cool projects with you. And I hope that you join me the next time. This is Angie with 2 Cool Stamping. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.